Welcome back to another episode of the free VST Plugins Detective, where I review, test out, and demonstrate various free VSTs. For today, we're looking at the VariSpeed. This one is super cool to mess around with. However, I hate to say in terms of usefulness, I don't know how much I would actually use this. Maybe I would, so I'm going to give it like a 2.75 out of 5. It's super cool. I love the GUI, and we're going to obviously mess around with it in this video, but just in terms of usefulness, I don't know. And sometimes with some free VST plugins for me, I download one, I'm like, oh, this is super cool, like, to mess around with it and get all these unique sounds and stuff like that. But in terms of practicality, sometimes not as much, right? Now, I'm going to be using this Drezzo preset that I have in Serum. This is basically my main one that I use anytime I'm using some type of, like, free VST effect, so I'm going to play it. Right, I always use this preset for whatever reason. It's kind of like the staple for me to kind of test out any effect I'm using when I've used, or I am using, or testing out a free VST plugin. So let's turn this on. All right, so it's kind of cool. You can kind of see around here that this is kind of bouncing around. All right, now I could kind of adjust the speed here. All right, and adjust the echo tone. And then I can do right. Alright, so it's now middle. So I can adjust kind of the mid-right. Excuse me, I can kind of just the, I was going to say mid-side almost. I have the left and right in terms of panning. So if I, like, say, only want to be on right. And now it's more like the whole stereo width. Then you have these kind of three different settings here. Now, what's kind of interesting about this one is that it has a very raw feel to it. So when it does the delay, some other plugins sometimes modulate the delay in a little bit. This is just super raw. What you see is what you get, which is kind of cool. I kind of like that, actually. And then we have repeat. So this one can kind of create some kind of cool trippy effects. You know what? I'll raise this up to a 3 out of 5 because I feel like it does have some really cool effects, and I do like the rawness of this plugin. The hard part though is when I'm doing delays, I like adding a lot more like effects onto it and modulating things. And I can always, I guess, parallel process this or tag on something in the audio effects rack where I add maybe another effect onto it if I want to do so. So I feel like, especially like I said, when it comes to delays, I kind of prefer either just the stock in Ableton or, let's say, the Valhalla Supermassive, for example. But this one can create some cool effects, especially when like a very just raw delay sound.